I think I gotta turn that down just a little bit. Alright, here we go. Good morning. Or no, it's not morning. I'm sorry. I'm so used to streaming in the morning this last weekend that I forgot what time it was. Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? Ow, that hurt. Whatever. Let's check the fridge, make sure there's nothing good in there. As I suspected, I'm not seeing anything good in the fridge. So, let's go ahead and get started on the realm. We'll go back and forth between the realm and the Ender Farm, because I do want to finish this pass, you know, since we're on pass 4. I believe I can go ahead and put this back, right? No, we still have a beacon down here for some reason. I don't think we need it anymore, so I'm just gonna cover that bad boy up. Am I missing a chair? I am missing a chair. It's right here. Okay, hold on. Put that there. I don't know why that's working like that. But we're gonna need, I guess, this block here. We're gonna go ahead and place that here. Block that off so I can finally see. Place this here, and also, I don't know if I acknowledged you guys. How's it going, Sage Universe and Kyle? Shoebush, welcome. So, you're the one planning on flooding your realm, right, Shoebush? Is there any reason you, like, you want to make an ocean realm for sure, right? But, like, do you have any themes beyond ocean? Because I think you know where I'm going. But I'm curious as to see what your plans are right now. Because you could totally make a realm based off of the epic musical. You said something about making the Aeolus island thing, right? You could totally make like a Poseidon den. What did I think about? First off, how's it going, Jester? Second off, I loved it. It went from my least favorite event to probably my most favorite. It's like my most hype one. Like, they added so many cool things to it. I didn't feel like leveling up was too bad after all the Enderman farms just that great, so make it Greek mythology Easter eggs. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I would still like alternative ways of earning XP. I really liked the idea of, like, planting crops and trees and stuff for the spring event. You know, like, you know, if you plant a crop, it has a chance to grow into a spring crop, which can either sell for more or also give you some XP for it. You know? I really do think for events, they should definitely focus on, like, other ways of getting XP. You know, Christmas has the boss fighting. And that's about it in terms of, like, how unique they all are. And they do want to make them unique, so we are hoping that something's good there. No. Mobs cannot spawn from a normal mob spawner, unfortunately. Like, event mobs can't. You just have to make, like, a generic mob farm. Like, I made an Enderman farm, and that seems to have worked really, really well. I put the lights somewhere, but where? Where did I put these? You think you got hacked? What do you mean you think you got hacked? How? And what happened to make you think that? How's it going, Good Guy Gaming? Why is the music so stressful? It's just nice music. I like the music. But you're right, it is really intense music. Guys, we gotta lock in. We gotta place this moss carpet, bro. Oh no, that's not hacked. That's just a bug. Oh my god. Jesus. Nah, I'm good. I'm just working on the realm. Thank you, thank you. Why am I sneezing so much? Ah. Oh. Oh, god damn it. I can't speak. I'm not allowed to. So I went to the gas station to get gas, right? And when I was inside, you know, going to the bathroom, there was a chip that kind of like, caught my attention. Alright? Do you guys want to know what chip it was? I wonder why it caught my attention. I don't know. Golden Sriracha. Tangy and sweet. Let's try these out. I've never had this before. That's incredibly fine, I guess. I just thought it was funny because it's gold packaging. Need to put the bag on the wall. That would be really funny. I got 2 bags. One to try, one to keep. I do need to blow my nose real quick. I'm gonna go blow my nose. I'll be back. I also got some water while I was out. Alright, gentlemen. We have... Okay, so you guys get to decide. Should we place the moss, or should we go ahead and get all the lights set up first? What do you think? We get a lot of crates. Yeah, it's true. Have a good one. I appreciate you stopping by. This weekend has been insane for us, chat. It's been absolutely crazy. We ended up streaming so damn much. Like, I'd start in the morning because I had like nothing else to do or nothing else that I wanted to do, and we'd stream for like 6 or 7 hours at a time. Rolo Molo, holy cow, you're still alive? I thought you were dead. Nice. But yeah, we ended up just streaming so much. I also got to stream Super Mario Sunshine. Can't wait to go back to that. We finally finished Subnautica Below Zero. I was ready to be done with that game. You know? I was tired of playing it. Not because I necessarily hate the game for what it is. I hate a lot of aspects of the game. Main thing is just how often I got lost. I did not get that lost in Subnautica. And I did get lost in Subnautica. But that was on a different level. I turn around once and get lost. Mega Void Base, screw off with that. Nah, not doing it. Ain't doing it. Anyway. Yeah, so that was fun. We reached a lot of sub goals, so we, you know, added finishes to the giveaway. The giveaway signups have closed, so, like, you know, whoever's in is in, and if you haven't, I'm sorry, but, like, we've been advertising it for well over 2 months now. But yeah, so that was cool. It was a fun weekend, honestly. The giveaway. I'm doing a birthday giveaway this weekend. A lot of promos, a lot of finishes. Well, I appreciate it. Alright, so... What are you on, a laptop? I remember I used to play TF2 on a laptop. Isn't that insane? Nah, that's fair. Sometimes you miss life, but I mean, we pinged people multiple times. We pinged everyone multiple times on the Discord. We pinged it when it was open. We pinged people when they were having some slight issues, and then we finally pinged somebody last Saturday, or the previous Saturday, that hey, the last couple days you better sign up now. So it is what it is. We always do other giveaways, so. Yeah, we had like a 2-month sign up. Why is the music so sad? It's just a compilation. It's an OST. Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Life is more important than the streams. Overwatch 2, play Overwatch 2 for 15 minutes and win 5 loot boxes. Yeah, see, I don't want to play Overwatch 2 though. So yeah, right now, this week's goal is to get the realm. This week's goal, we got 2 goals this week, right? We have to finish Event Pass 4, and then we have to make our realm look presentable, alright? So all of this halfway completed things, we can't have that anymore. We gotta finish the ground, make that look pretty, get rid of all of these builds that don't do anything. Look, we built this, it looks good, I love it, we gotta get rid of it. So this is gonna go... a lot of these beacons have got to be mined up because we need the beacons back. You know, a lot of stuff like this needs to be polished. I love the American flag and stuff and all this, but it's gotta go. It does not fit the theme of the realm. One project we're gonna have to do a lot later, but you know, eventually, is we gotta collect up all of these crates and just put them somewhere. I'm tired of the crates being, well, here. You have a French flag? I don't have a French flag. That is an American flag. Didn't France just, like, lose its power? Or was that Spain? Or was it both? Like, what the hell's going on with that? Does anyone know? Was that, like, an EMP or a cyber attack? Or did the grid just fail? The hell's going on over there? My money's on a cyber attack, honestly. If it was an EMP, we would have known about it a while ago. What do you mean, go back to the beacons because I'm blind? This is clearly an American flag. It's got the blue, the white, and the red. In the form of an American flag. It was Spain and Portugal. Ah, okay, I don't know. I thought it was France for some reason. I didn't know that happened. I recently got an ad about a Democrats. What? Were they talking about it in the political ads? I didn't think we'd be getting political ads right now. We're not in an election season. Unless there's like a... I guess if you got like more local things, or if there's like an emergency re-election, because like that could happen. Say if the mayor die, or like your senator dies, or your senator steps down and stuff. I guess they got those, but I think those are called like special elections. I'm not sure. I don't know the official term for it. It's best not to pay attention to a lot of this stuff like that. The news right now is hectic as hell. I'll pay more attention to like the world news because like when it comes to like American news, unless it's a natural disaster, I just ignore it. I mean, I don't ignore it, but like I don't I don't like treat them seriously. You know, like Fox or CNN or any of them. They're not worth it. Unnecessary stress, and they're lying anyway. Yeah, when it comes to politics, America's a dumpster fire. But what I will say, what gets me riled up the most is when people from another country try to weigh in on American politics. It's like, shut up. If we cared about your opinion, you know, the point is we don't care about your opinion mainly because you have no idea what's going on here. You know how I know you don't? Because we don't have any idea what's going on here. Alright? It's always like Canadians, too. Looking at you, Shoebush. Or wait, are you Canadian? I have to make fun of somebody in chat. I don't think Alex is here right now. When you... Oh, okay. Yeah, we have the spring event going on. That's been pretty cool. New promos and stuff. The Aether's supposedly supposed to drop soon, but soon was like last year. I don't know. Dude, I could not be a Canadian because I wasn't born in Canada. It's more than 12 hours away. I mean, 12 hours isn't that long. Also, I thought you were Shoebush. My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize for pushing such a narrative onto you. What the hell's going on with you? I'm gonna kill your pet. So I was talking about it with my coworker. How I'd love to see a movie where like an alien fleet was to like attack Earth or something, but we end up like annihilating them and going to their home planet and just wiping them out. Like, I want to see an alien movie where humans are genuinely competent, because like we're pretty good at wiping things off the face of, well, existence, you know? It's like, imagine this, like, picture this. A tragic event happens. Let's say a city gets completely wiped out by a natural disaster, something like that, maybe a terrorist attack, right? Then aliens just come in at the wrong time. The world governments are like, yeah, it was those aliens that did it. They attacked us, guys. And then suddenly the entire species just gets, like, riled up and starts swinging. Because that's what we do, you know? Blame it on somebody else and then take our anger out on them. They're like, bro, we just got here. What are you talking about? Your country might flood if the sea levels rise too much. Well, I mean, get in the water, I guess. I don't know. How's it going, Liam? It's been a hot minute since we've seen you here. How's it going? But yeah, I'd love to see more movies where the humans in situations like that are competent. Because I genuinely do think that we're pretty okay at what we do. What do you guys think? I mean, granted, we're still primitive in the grand scheme of things, but you know, I'd like to think that we're rather well off. Okay, never mind. I guess we are gonna be just screwed over if aliens come. Liam proved it. Oh, god damn it, cat. Claws. How's it going? He doesn't just realized we can't click on his links, right? Someone should tell him. I'd tell him, but, you know, every time I'm try to be polite about it, people end up just being a-holes back, so I ain't trying to deal with that today. Trying to be positive. Ain't no way there's gonna be a Roblox movie. I refuse to believe it. If there's any kind of Roblox movie, it's gonna be a documentary on how it encourages, like, child labor. And, like, the degeneracy on it. I agree, people should be reading books. Speaking of which, I have not read a good book in a while. I should probably look to read some. Gotta figure out what to read, though. I kinda need to... I mean, people thought a Minecraft movie would be very difficult to get right. And those people were correct. So yeah, we got a lot of things going on in the realm, I gotta say. Nah, have you heard the Flint and Steel song? Please do not quote it in my chat. You act as if we don't have multiple game modes in Minecraft. Like, look at Hypixel. Liam, if you start typing the Minecraft movie songs in my chat, I will consider it hate speech, and you will be banned for... You'll be banned from existence for at least 3 minutes. I'm not surprised. Okay, you know what, chat? I'm gonna ask you this genuine question. I don't want any jokes. I don't want any, like, oh, haha, yeah, totally, right? Genuinely speaking, is the Flint and Steel song good? Objectively. Like, if I was to listen to it right now, do you think I'd enjoy it? For those who have listened to it. Hey, Gonzo, how's it going? We're just talking about you, definitely. I'm just kidding. We're just talking about the Minecraft movie. You've watched it, right? Oh, I thought you did watch it. You had an entire argument on why you thought the Minecraft movie wasn't brain rot. I figured you watched it. I actually have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Un momento, chat. Oh, there goes my headphones. I need new ones. Alright. Come on. My entire setup's a mess right now because of the Nintendo Switch. There we go. I think it's brain rot. I mean, look at what Blue Chicken is doing in my chat. This right here is proof that it is brain rot. I know you said joking, but like, dead ass people keep doing it. That is exactly what people did with like Skibbity Toilet and stuff. Like, if you were to put a comparison between, like, Minecraft movie reactions and then the Skibbity Toilet reactions, it would look the exact same. It's not the Minecraft movie's fault, it's the people. You could say the same thing about Skibbity Toilet. Why do I keep doing that? God damn it, what the hell? I'm mining too quickly, chat. I find both incredibly annoying. It just hurts my soul to know that there's a Minecraft movie. Oh my god. Do I gotta dig this by hand? I mean, that'd be incredibly slow. Super inefficient. So from a quick glance, these guys look like Pidgey. Except it's a different age group. It doesn't matter if it's a different age group or not. Like, the age group doesn't, like, that doesn't change the fact that something's brain rot or not. That's not an argument. I feel like I'm going crazy with this. Because I feel like if you're reasonable, you'll still say, yeah, I think it's still probably brain rot. Whatever. It's not worth having the conversation again, I guess. We're just gonna go in circles. So, I listened back to some of the other epic musical songs. What's my opinion on vinyl recorders? What is... I don't have an opinion on it. It's not something I think about. What is that, back in style or something? I don't know. Anyway. What was I saying? Yes, I listened back to a lot of the epic musical songs, and oh my god, some of them, because like it's just one of which one was I listening to where it was like, this is completely different from the original. Someone brought up something about studio or recording studio lawsuit or something. Oh man, it was a crime. It just, the song felt a lot different. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. No, just considering buying one. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on one. I don't know many people, like, why would you want one? I guess is my first question. Like, what made you want to get one? gonna take out this beacon. It's been here long enough, you know? It's not really getting used. This was during the phase where I thought it was a good idea to mine the realm out, if you guys remember that. Oh, that's fair. Okay. I mean, I guess. I don't really know how well they work, you know what I mean? I think they work best when you're listening to, like, something live, right? I'm not entirely sure. Have you guys gone to live concerts, by the way? If you have, what have you gone to? What the hell's all this? Why? You know what? Never mind. I know exactly why. This used to all be lava. Okay. You went to a piano concert? I didn't... Oh, okay. I wouldn't know any Christian bands off the top of my head, except like Skillet. I know Skillet was is a Christian band, right? Feel like there was a edgy middle schooler phase where Skillet was like everywhere. It's like I think the most popular one was like Monster. It was just everywhere on YouTube for like a hot minute. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Ah, I see. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. I've seen quite a few live. I know I've seen Set It Off, if any of you guys know that band. No, was it Set It Off or was it something else? Hold on, let me look this up. Yeah, definitely. I've seen Set It Off. Seen them live, and I think I've seen Panic at the Disco live. I had a girlfriend who like really liked going to concerts, so she'd take me with her. I've seen a couple other live, but I'm not like super into like concerts. Is there an artist you guys would like to see live, by the way? Like, if you could choose, even if it's somebody dead, right? If you could choose one person, one band to see live, what would it be? And which song you think? It's probably gonna be a bunch of stuff I don't know. Michael Jackson or Elvis? Michael Jackson would be pretty cool. I think Michael Jackson would be hype as hell, actually, yeah. Wait, which Michael Jackson would you want to see, though? The vampire-looking one? The one that looks like iCarly? Or, I guess the Thriller-looking one? Fair enough. Smooth criminal. Hell yeah. Oh man. He had a range, I'll tell you what. Michael Jackson was definitely a product. Sucks what they did to him at, towards the end of his life. Really does. Hello, Mr. Spider. Anything in the fridge? A lot of needles. Got some runes. Otherwise, nothing great. That's fun. I always like finding looted structures. Definitely makes the experience, like, way more engaging, you know? Oh, have you seen the Bird's Gesture? Because we got a new permanent mob in the game. They're called Songbirds. And they have a bunch of different variants, but not only that, they have a secret variant that you can get by naming it Phineas. It's a golden bird, based off of the phoenix it spawned. Where's Noct? They're probably gonna show up towards the end. What drip am I wearing today? Oh, we're wearing the minor drip. Let me go change my drip real quick. What do you guys think I should be rocking with? Should we go Gold Marauder today? I actually have to take some screenshots. Let's go with the Forest Guardian kind of set. Lord above, oh my god. What you want, baby? Oh, why are you so cute? Why are you so cute? Why are you so cute? I don't have food for you. Go lie down. Chat, how many legacy keys do you have, and what kind of legacy keys do you have? I genuinely do not know how spawn works. I think there's different lobbies or something. I genuinely don't. I genuinely have no idea. It's a little weird. Someone stole all but one of your keys. You still don't know who? Damn, that really sucks. Make sure not to trust anyone in your realm, man. Hey, Turtle Boy, how's it going, man? Good afternoon. Oh, wow. Already have too much dirt in my inventory, I guess. I don't know. That sucks to hear, Blue Boy. I'm sorry. You said you had no legacy keys. Do you plan to collect any legacy keys, chat? Because I feel like I have most of them. I don't have an Easter nor a Valentine's Day key. But I should have all the others, you know, Badger key, Cosmo key, rare epic legendary, or rare legendary gesture. Cosmo. Should have most of the events, if not all of them. Oh wow, there's a creeper in a capture net. I think the most valuable part of that was the capture net. Alright, let's see how many holes we can actually make. We're already 50 minutes in. Suppose I could have asked for help from somebody, but I don't really like asking for help. And, I really don't trust people in my realm, to be honest. You guys can't blame me. Considering we just did, like, my net worth the other day. Or was it yesterday that we did it? Where we added up, like, all of the stuff, like, all of the items and stuff and placed in my realm. It ended up being quite a bit. Quite a bit. I think it was like 93 million. God, I hate having a runny nose. It's like so annoying. Alright. Son of a biscuit. Alright. Chat, should we go left or right? What do you guys think? What legacy keys do I have? I'll take a look in just a moment. Here, I'll let you guys choose left or right real quick. Shoebush chose left. Okay, so be it. Let's take a look at the legacy keys I got. We got... Cosmo Coins, Rare, Legendary, Badger, Gesture, Cosmo. In terms of event, we have Halloween, Christmas, Lunar New Year, Spring, and Summer. Am I missing any of these ones? Lunar New Year, Spring, Summer, Halloween, Christmas. I think that's all of those. And then, of course, we got the St. Patrick's Day key in the Ender chest. So that's what we've been rocking out with. Not a lot, you know, but I do still need to get Valentine's Day and Easter. Is there any others that I'm missing that any of you guys can think of? I don't think I am, but I could be. I don't know. It just feels like I am for some reason. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hey, Knight, how's it going, man? You just caught like the end of our stream last time, right? Well, lucky for you, we're still gonna be live for a little bit longer. What's up, man? So, unfortunately, Knight, I gotta tell you, we're taking your statue down. Yeah, your statue's gotta be taken down. I'm sorry. I have a good reason for it if you'd like to hear it. I'm waiting for Streamline to kick in as long as you get the file for me. Well, it's gonna be put back up. It's just we moved the hill back. So we just have to move it back. No, I'm not selling the spring keys, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're just moving your statue back. What, you think I'd take it down? One of the OGs? One of the OG statues in my realm? Of course not. I would never. At least right now. We still need to build a Dino statue, a Fur Forest statue, and that's all I can think of right now. Hey, no, I feel it. I feel it. You're fine. You're fine. I guess it's okay. I mean, you only betrayed everybody in the chat and stuff, so like it's not that bad. You're facing a weeping angel. I didn't know weeping angels were in Repo. What do you I really wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay. So who is excited for the birthday stream? Chat, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very tempted to buy more not Cosmo crates. Shamrock crates. But I'm like, I already have 20 of them, right? For the stream. I don't think I need any more. You know? So yeah, Night, we're gonna be doing a birthday stream either Saturday or Sunday. More likely Sunday than Saturday because that's when we know for a fact the promo will be dropped. But if the promo drops on Saturday, then I'd like to do that instead, but we'll have to see. We could always just do a cooking stream on Saturday and a birthday stream on Sunday. Really? Well, my birthday's May 5th, so it's on a Monday. So we just have to do a stream, you know, during the weekend. Because no one's going to show up to a Monday stream. Well, you know. Midday Monday. But we're doing a huge giveaway, absolutely massive. How many people are signed up for the giveaway? It's a good question. I think Last we checked, it was like 60, but I think we had more now. Give me just a moment so I can take a look. How do I check again? Is it server settings? I think so. Yep, and then I can go all the way down to roles. 87, around 87 people. How can you join? Signups are over. We've already taken a list of everybody in the giveaway. In fact, I'm about to delete the giveaway role because I already have the names written down. So, unfortunately, if you didn't sign up, you can't sign up now. We've been advertising it for roughly 2 months now. And we said the cutoff period was a week before. This way we don't have, like, last-minute signups. And then, you know, the people who typically sign up last minute typically unsubscribe, like, immediately after the giveaway. So... Of course, you can always do that. You can always watch. Well, it'll be on... Oh, yeah, it will be on a Sunday, most likely. Oof. Hey, it's completely fine if you can't make it, you know. I do want to see how many people we can get. Because, like, last year we had up to 80 people watching. Yeah, and don't worry, chat. I mean, we do plenty of giveaways, so, like, you know, just, I mean, that's just another excuse to say subbed. Like, remember that one time I did a giveaway where, like, a bunch of people subbed and stuff, and then immediately, like, after the fact, a bunch of people left because they didn't get something they wanted? Remember how long it took me to do another giveaway because of that? I don't do giveaways for the to get subscribers. I more do the giveaways to reward subscribers, you know what I mean? The last couple giveaways have gone well, where, like, a lot of people who have been subscribed for a while ended up winning stuff. Like, good stuff. Like, Noct won a Clover Axe, you know? I like it more when, like, the people who have been here longer get the good stuff. Does that make sense, or did I, like, ramble like a moron? Yeah, that was for a while. That was like late, or that was like 2023 where that was happening. It hasn't happened too often now, but, you know. We did just recently have people join the Discord without subbing to join the giveaway, and it's like, no, I immediately wrote those names down. They're not going to join the giveaway. Like, they're not welcome to that. It's not fair to you guys who have to suffer through my live streams in order to get stuff. But y'all know I'm about to be dripped out for this giveaway. Or the birthday stream, I mean. Oh, really? Yeah, that was nice. That was nice of you. So how many of you guys haven't been on the streams in a hot minute? Like, how many of you guys need to be updated on a certain situation? Like, do you guys know that we ripped out the old new treasure room? So we ripped out the old treasure room and replaced it for the new one. And then we ripped out the new one and replaced it for the current one right now. Granted, the current one's still gonna just be temporary, but we built a new treasure room in the spire, the Marauder room. Give me just a moment and I will show you guys. So, we're also placing lights on the realm with moss over it to cover those lights. This way I don't have like annoying mobs spawning and stuff. And I also just like to keep the realm lit. For those who missed the Eternatus, there's Eternatus. That took 26,000 gold blocks to make. Let's take a look. As for piles of gold, I know a lot of you guys are wondering, like, first off, this is the new treasure room. For now, anyway. I know a lot of you guys wondering, Shield, surely you have to have more piles of gold now, and you'd be right. We now have 2 stacks and 39 piles of gold, equating to roughly 66 million rubies in the piles of gold department. The finished tree hasn't been taken down. That's still up because I'm scared to take it down. But yeah, so this is just a temporary room. We'll leave a lot of the gold and stuff, but the issue is we plan to clear the realm out with TNT. So like all the stone and deep slate and stuff, we're just gonna blow up instead of mining out. And unfortunately, the treasure room just happened to be in the way. So we're clearing all of it out. You know, we've cleared it all out. Something we're gonna have to do is go ahead and go, before we even consider continuing with the explosions, we gotta go and get rid of all the lava and get rid of all the water. That's a process. But we also have 2 TNT farms, 1 spider farm, and 1 paper farm. Because the way we're making TNT is instead of using sand and gunpowder, we're using the dynamite strategy where you craft a bunch of dynamite and turn that into TNT. It turns out you're saving on gunpowder by doing that. So in the long run, that's nice. We could do that, but no. No, because, like, in order to insta-mine stone, you still have to set up a beacon for that, and I don't feel like setting up beacons. You know. Yeah, so we got a lot going on in the realm. We also have a new wall design. This one's going to be really cool for you guys. So, you guys all know about the goblin wall. We kind of want to cover up the barrier a little bit. So, we ended up finding a design that someone made for a project. I'm just calling them project. They made a Marauder Bowser Mario Kart level in their realm. Super fun realm, by the way. Really fun. So we decided to copy their wall design. We got permission from them. We copied the wall design, changed it up a little bit, and then did this. Take a look at this. Hold on, we gotta move it all the way over here so you can see this in its full glory. This is effectively what we're gonna be making in our realm. But yeah, look at how nice that looks. We're just gonna be covering our realm in this. Granted, There's still a lot of work to do with it because it's probably not even all the way, and we got to figure out how to make it properly even, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Honestly, big part of it, statue despite that. Hey, no problem, man. Look, I thought the statue design was really nice. It looks cool, and you know what? I think it fits the realm really well. And it's just I appreciate you guys being here, you know. And I do want to build more player statues of my viewers, but you know, you can see my realm, not really a lot of space right now, but we do plan to do it some more. Once we get all of my realm underneath cleared out, we'll start making like I basically want to make the underneath of my realm like a giant area for like more treasure rooms and like mine shafts and all this other stuff, and that's where we can start implementing like viewer statues and stuff. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Obviously, if we make a statue of you, we're going to copy the skin, we'll put a name tag on it, and we're going to drip you the hell out. Because you're not going to be on my realm and not be gold. Just saying. Now, I got to go to the bathroom again. I will be right back. Fun. Let's get back to making homes. Alright. We actually have to get rid of this axe. Look, I love the axe. I want to have it in the realm. It just doesn't look right on the... I need water. It doesn't look right on the spire. It kind of just blends in too much, you know what I mean? So we gotta figure out a place for that. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. Could probably make a statue with it. Oh, alternatively, we could rotate it and put it on the wall. That's a genius idea. Good job, Shoebush. I'm gonna go grab some water. I should have realized I was out. Whatever. I've returned. Back from the dead and reporting for duty. Alright. Anything in the fridge? Pot of gold for 40k? Absolutely we'll take that. Or pot of coins, I mean. It's a soldier quote from TF2. Back from the dead and reporting for duty. Don't be a child. I mean, you are a child, but that you know what I mean. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Maybe I should put together a video of like some notable moments from years ago streams, you know? That's not a bad idea, actually. I could play it like before the stream starts. I'll figure out how to do that. That's not a bad idea at all. If you have any moments from streams that you guys would love to like have in there, I'd love to put it in. Just make sure to clip it, and then you can always post it to the Discord. I'd post it in like media or something. Yeah. Those were the days, man. I remember those. Were you called something different back then, though? Someone, like, that we had two players. Like, one was Axolotl King, and the other one was, like, King Axolotl. Well, there were two different people. Rattered Shield. Yeah, I remember that. How's it going, Agent Egg? Welcome back. How are you doing today? Next time we do it, we need to put it before my. Axolotl King was Stumpy. No, Stumpy was always Stumpy. And it wasn't Dino either. Who was that one person that got into like a heated argument with Stumpy and stopped watching effectively because of it? What was her name? I can't remember it off the top of my head, but if I saw it, I'd know it immediately. It started with an A, I thought. Winter. Yeah, that's the one. YouTube name was something different. We still mention her. I mean, rarely, but look, I don't have the beef y'all have, okay? There's very few people I got beef with. Like, I got beef with Stalker, and that's about it. Like, that is the only person I do not like on the server. Now, chat, should we just go ahead and move on to the next section and start making holes there too? Or do you think we should go ahead and put lights in this section? What do you think? I could probably just put lights in this section tomorrow morning. So, you know what? We'll just make holes. This whole section has taken quite a while. I don't want to have to do this tomorrow morning. I could always get, like, Knock to do it or something, but I don't know. Hole it up? That is certainly a phrase. So the idea is we're just going to be lighting up our realm and stuff, and... Oh god, we're not even halfway done? No, we're a little over halfway done. Okay, yeah. Yeah. The moss is what's going to take forever, I'll tell you that. If I could get Fur Forest knocked and maybe somebody else to help me with the moss, once we get all these holes made and all the lights in, we'd be done in probably like 2 hours, I think. I may be willing to accept a couple more volunteers. We'll have to see. We need to bring it back in with... What? We need to bring it back with Into the Pit. What does that mean? Oh, FNAF Fridays. Okay, I see. I changed FNAF Fridays to Free Play Fridays. This way we could try out other games. But we could just go back to FNAF Fridays, considering weekends are basically always free play. Because, like, what did we play this weekend? We played Minecraft, obviously, right? But we also played Subnautica 2, or Below Zero. We also played Super Mario Sunshine. We played a lot. And I feel like we keep doing it every stream. So, yeah, we could go back to FNAF Mondays, or FNAF Fridays if we wanted to. Into the Pit is going to be the next different game we play again, because we already started it and I have to finish it. And then we will just have to alternate between Super Mario Sunshine and Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is definitely a game I gotta complete. Although, if we do go back to FNAF Fridays, there is a really fun... There's like 2 other FNAF games I really want to play. Somebody did like a remaster of FNAF 1, and apparently it's a lot scarier, so I'd love to try that out. I saw a bunch of videos of that game like a month or 2 ago, and it seems really cool. I hope it's still available. I'm gonna have to look after the stream if somebody can remind me. And if it is, I'll definitely play that. I did finish Security Breach and Ruin. Though, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to go back to Security Breach. Like, that game low-key kind of makes me sad. And I'm definitely not the only person to think this, but I low-key wish I could make Security Breach a reality. You know, save for, like, the child killing, I guess. I guess we could go without the child killing. There we go. But yeah. Like, I'd love to make a facility like that. You know, the bowling, the laser tag. It just seems like it'd be hype. Yeah, the Pizzaplex. I would love to make the Pizzaplex a reality. Like, it genuinely feels like a place I'd go to in real life. And you know what? I've seen plenty of people make the animatronics in like a reality too. There was a YouTuber, a couple YouTubers who like made the animatronics from Security Breach. Like I saw a nice looking Freddy head that looked functional from what I saw. So like we could get that made. The issue is it's literally just funding. Like it could be a huge tourist attraction. Another issue would be obviously copyright. You'd have to deal with Scott Cawthon, who's like gone out of his way to say, nah, you can't do that. We're not doing that. And his reasoning makes sense. You'd probably have that one person who wants to be William Afton. And we can't have William Afton become a reality. Alright? I don't want dead kids, you know? That, and of course you have, degenerates who like the animatronics a little too much. And I don't want to have to make staff deal with that. But I absolutely would like to make the Pizzaplex a reality. I still really would. It'd be so hype. Roxy exists too. Yeah, Roxy was... I kind of feel... Roxy's weird to me. Like, Chica basically had no character. But Roxy, for some reason, like, in... Okay, so, like, in Ruin, it makes sense for Roxy to hate Gregory, right? Because, obviously, like, we ripped her eyes out. Duh. But I don't know why she hated us so much in FNAF Security Breach. We literally did nothing to her. You know? And she just... specifically hated us for some reason. You should make a gold Glamrock Freddy suit. That would be really cool. I'm actually tempted to, don't tell anybody because it's not like an actual plan just yet. It's more in the thoughts. I kind of want to make get back into cosplay. And I kind of want to make a Marauder cosplay. That could be like super hype, for, chilling the server out. I thought about an idea where I could have the mask open up, kind of like, you know how when he goes into a second phase, it goes from like this to, you know, open. I thought I could do something like that too, but I don't know. I think the biggest issue would be seeing. So instead, I'd rather have like steam come out of the, I don't know. I've thought of a couple of different ideas. She's insecure about her appearance despite being a robot. I don't understand the AI behind the things. I think they're way too, like, independent to be robots. Like, is it confirmed that any of the animatronics have, like, souls in them or anything? Or do they just have, like, super advanced AI? I think the only one where there's like a soul is like William Afton, you know, with the mimic and stuff. Because I think the mimic is Afton, right? I don't know. Everyone has kids' souls, I thought. The original animatronics do. I'm talking about for Security Breach. Give me a sec, guys. I gotta... Sorry, I'm getting like super nasally. It's very annoying. But yeah. I don't know. Security Breach genuinely makes me sad. Like, it really sucks to... Like, I don't know. It's kind of a depressing game. I've gone into like discussions about it before, but I definitely go into it again. I see, I see. Do you guys think William Afton is the mimic? Like, because like I think it's confirmed that the Vanny program is infected with William Afton's like soul energy. But the question is, how implemented is the mimic into William Afton, right? Like, how do they... Glitch Trap. Glitch Trap is William Afton, yes. Right? Which is the mimic program. So, he's basically just making an army of himself, or what? Bro, I haven't seen a MatPat video in forever. I don't know what the lore is anymore. Alright, that's another quadrant done. Let's go ahead and put this dirt away. I don't know. All I know is I really did end up liking Security Breach a lot more than I thought I would. Like, I thought I would. I thought I wouldn't like the game, because there's like a lot of mixed reviews on it. But I genuinely like the game, in spite of all of its bugs. Because my God, there are a lot of bugs in that game. Yo, baked potato. No, these are specifically for dirt. So they're not gonna be like trash shulkers. They've got a purpose. The issue is I've also started running out of room in my dirt chest again. So rather than filling up the dirt chest, grabbing shulkers, emptying the dirt chest into the shulkers, and then putting the shulkers away, I'm just gonna skip that step. We're just gonna go ahead and put the dirt into the shulkers that way, so. Yeah, Noct is incredibly useful, I think. And before people who don't understand who I am, being useful is like the best thing you could be in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely think being useful is like the highest form of compliment, in my opinion. So, like, in my view, like, it's definitely, like, super high praise. Do I want to do voice chat for my game? Not right now. Not today. Not today. Because we've already gone this far, and to be honest, we only got, like, a little bit left in the stream before I go ahead and end. Oh, yeah, and you're not even playing Minecraft, so it wouldn't make sense. You'd, like, scream out of nowhere. Then programming his advanced AI to give Glamrock sentience. It's old Willie A used it to make Glitch Trap, yada yada. So is William Afton still back? Is the question. I think the thing is, I think he is back, but he's not the only one now because of the Mimic. No, he is dead. But the AI thinks he is. Oh, interesting. How did he officially die now? Like, how did he permanently die? Welcome back, welcome back. Okay, I can get that. The fire in FNAF 6. You're right, yeah! That would make sense. But then again, I know it's not canon, but he was back in Security Breach as well, remember? Unless that was also the Mimic. But, like, he had flesh on him. So, like, how could he have been... I mean, I guess because it's not canon, who cares? It's like a secret ending that's not an official one. But you know what? It could still be the Mimic. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I got no idea, man. All I know is the Mimic trailer's coming out soon. I will say, it is really weird, seeing, because, like, there's, like, several different endings you could get for FNAF, Security Breach Ruin, right? Where the Mimic is actually dressed up in, like, this mascot uniform, which is, like, this weird elephant. Like, it's genuinely uncanny, right? But apparently that's what we're going to be getting in the new Mimic trailer. Let me look up. FNAF Mimic game trailer. Like, it looks like we're getting completely new and original designs for, like, animatronics, which is crazy because, like, usually when we get a new game, you have your Freddies, you have your Bonnies, you have your Chicas, you got your Foxies, but, like, all of these look unique. They're ugly as hell, but I think that's on purpose. I don't know if I like the change or not, though. That's the thing, you know? No, I get it. I just don't know how much I like it or not. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's cool that they're doing something new. Let's see if it pays off. Oh, nice. Good job. You're talking about a cosmetic? The OG Force. Are they really? Oh. They're not going to be the main focus, though, I'd imagine. They're probably going to be, like, background Easter eggs or something. Like, they're not going to be... I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I am very excited. This is the first time in a while that I've been excited for... Like, seriously, this year is panning out to, like... In terms of games, we're getting so many, like, cool things. Subnautica 2, Little Nightmares 3, um, Silk Song is coming out. FNAF Mimic, I'm pretty sure. Hey, stop it. FNAF Mimic is supposed to come out this year, I think. I think probably like late this year, right? Poppy's Playtime was pretty hype. I genuinely want the end of Poppy's Playtime though, because like I want to be done with the game. I don't want to get into another franchise. Deltarune was pretty good. That was last year though, and I'm not really into the Undertale franchise, so I have no real connection to Deltarune. No, I agree with that. I agree with that, but honestly, I think in terms of like connections and how they made me feel, I feel like Security Breach is slightly more depressing to think about. Like, it could just be that I'm desensitized to dead kids in video games. But like, I don't know. Security Breach felt a lot more sad because it felt like the killing of a childhood. You know what I mean? Did I see the Riley journal pages? Which ones were those? Wait. I need a little more context behind that. I don't know. Deltarune is coming this year though. Is it? I thought Deltarune was already out, or am I tripping? What was the most recent Undertale thing? Undertale spin-off stuff games. Deltarune was an episodic role. I swear it was already out. I guess they're getting another thing. Deltarune was years ago and it's finally coming. I see. Kissy to be specific. Oh, yeah, well, I didn't see the journal pages, I don't think, but I definitely noticed the character was different. Like, she was holding up a picture of herself, I think. Deltarune has chapters. Okay, fair enough. I just know they're popular characters and they're frustrating. So her story's sad for sure. I think all of them are, even the evil ones. Because, like, they're all just kids at the end of the day. Tortured kids. You know, and experimented on. For toys, of all things. There was a lot. The issue is, I think, is that there were so many, like, of these I guess dead kids. I mean, that's what we call them, I suppose. But, like, transformed, kids, that it kind of removed a lot of the shock value. Because, like, by chapter 3, there were hordes of these guys. Like, the little plushy guys, you know? There was just an enormous amount of them that I just did not feel that bad for them. Now, granted, I did feel a little bit bad for the clay guy because he really just wanted, you know, his friends and stuff to survive. He wasn't focused on fighting I guess the prototype, right? He just wanted his friends to be safe. And we kind of just came over, gave him hope, and then took all of that hope away, and then killed everyone in our wake. So that was kind of a mess, and I do feel slightly bad for that. But only slightly. I don't know. Yeah, Doughy, I couldn't remember that. Afton was worse. But to be fair, I am more connected to the FNAF franchise than I am the Poppy's Playtime franchise. You know what I mean? To be fair, a lot of these kids were like that, though. Like, every single one of these kids probably has a similar story. You know, they were all orphans. That they were all, like, either orphans or went through a terrible accident. I think the only one who wasn't really an orphan, well, until he made himself an orphan, was Doughy. Because he went to the factory and fell into, like, a pit, and then he killed his parents. So I guess he's technically an orphan. To be fair, though, Poppy was absolutely right in what she wanted to do. Like, the prototype was a problem. And to be completely fair, was there any world where any of those kids got to make it out of there? They couldn't go back to the overworld. I know I say it like, they couldn't go back into normal society. They're toys. You know? A little messed up, but I mean, it's, I'm not wrong. Exactly, exactly. What really sucked about playing Poppy's Playtime the most, I think, is that people ruined, like, basically ruined the surprise, with the Ruin DLC for me. Because, like, I think, hold on a sec, hold the thought, I gotta take a piss, I will be right back. Drinking a lot of water today, guys. Drinking a lot of water. Anyway, but yeah, it's like they ruined FNAF Security Breach ruined for me because they kept saying, "Oh, it's another Gregory situation with the kid that was on the phone or the what's it called? Walkie-talkie." Cuz like I immediately sussed out that this guy wasn't, this kid that was talking to us. I was like, I don't think he's what he says he is. You know, it doesn't make sense for this guy to be alive this entire time. Like, he had to have been caught, right? Because he basically saw everything. It's things weren't adding up, all right? There was a suspicious smell in the air, and I didn't think it was a fart, all right? I think it was definitely him. So, like, I called that out, and people were like, oh, you know, like, when it got revealed, you know, I wasn't surprised about it, but everyone was talking about how it's another Gregory situation. But I hadn't played Security Breach yeah, I actually haven't played any Security Breach up until that point, I don't think. So. Like, why would he kill Catnip at the end, to end his suffering? I don't know. More to, well, Catnap was already defeated. So there was really no point in letting him live. Or, like, really, he was already dead. Okay, Catnap was already dead. So it'd be more useful to assimilate him into its body. The prototype, that is. Like, it would make more sense for the prototype to assimilate Catnap. Like, I'm sure there was plenty of stuff going on with that. I gotta say, though, the Catnap fight was intense. I have a feeling I'm gonna be very disappointed in what this prototype looks like. I think once we get the reveal, like, it's gonna suck. What do you mean if someone to get the orphans? Pretty sure the prototype is just straight up evil. Like, I don't think there's any redeemable thing in the prototype. people who colored the Hour of Joy are real heroes. What are you talking about, the Hour of Joy? I don't know what you're talking about. How's it going, Noct? Welcome back. Yeah, and that's kind of what gave it away. I'm gonna be honest. I think what, like, okay. So from the moment we talked to this kid, I was already suspicious because the story doesn't quite add up, right? Because he's supposedly still alive in the Catnap area, because I think that's when we got introduced to him. And I'm like, at first I thought it was Catnap, right? Like, I thought it was Catnap just messing with us, because he was there. Catnap got out, or the prototype got out, and all this other stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, so it doesn't make sense that he's still, like, alive. How would he know? And then once we got information that the prototype could mimic voices, I was like, okay, so it's just the prototype, right? And I basically got it confirmed. What do I think about the tax man from Repo? Who's the tax man? What? Oh my god, change up. I didn't realize we had another media that was live right now. The emoji guy that sends you back to get the loot. I mean, I guess he doesn't really have a personality, so. He does have one. Not that I really care for. I really don't. All right, is this quadrant right here? Let's see. We got that. Is this a different quad? It is. It is. I feel like the dog day was a real wake-up call that the poppies played into. Most storyline of the dog was tame, no blood, no active suffering. Yeah, yeah. I do think the Catnap storyline was probably the best. It was a little chaotic. It is a little annoying at times. I think there was one where we just like got trapped and we had to reset. But overall it was fine. The boss fight was fine. I thought cause like I thought the one with the dog, like you said, I feel like that kind of desensitized what was going on. In terms of like the kids, because like there was hundreds of them, right? And I feel like that kind of made it to where it's like, oh, okay, so it's not that big of a deal. I feel like you just end up reaching a threshold where you just stop caring. When has a kid ever reached? Yeah, that is true. I mean, to be fair, Knocked, did you get my Discord message? Oh, yeah, no, that is weird. Wait, was Dog Day just a dude? He was like a guy who was cut in half, wasn't he? First off, how long had he been down there? How did he live that long? You know? Probably since the Hour of Joy. How, like, in terms of, like, time limit, like, how long do you think that is? A day? A month? A year? 10 years? 20 years? 60? You think this guy's a 60-year-old man just hanging there until we show up? He's like, you know what, this isn't actually that bad, you know, I don't have my torso or anything. But, I can live with this. There's a period when he and the other bigger body smiling critters... Wait, hold on. Was that a normal dude or was that, like, also just another kid? Sasha, they were all kids? Okay, fair enough. Okay, see, where'd you get that lore from? Because I had no idea. Sasha, you are directly in the middle of chat. And you're fat. You are a fat cat in the middle of my chat. Anyway. Well, Dog Day is your favorite character, so... Where'd you get the lore, though? Like, where'd you find this? Was it in the game and I just missed it? Because there's a lot of stuff I missed in the game. Aren't all the bigger body toys kids? I'm pretty sure all of the toys are kids. Pretty sure all of them are. At least that's what's implied in, that's what's implied in the 4th chapter. I don't know. A lot of dead kids in these games. A lot of dead kids. I guess the reason is it's like supposed to be a little more shocking. Because like no one really likes kids dying of all things. Like if you're an adult, who cares, right? But the loss of innocence and stuff like that. But the issue is you can only do it so many times. And then I think the worst part about it, I think what makes it more desensitizing is how they just end up becoming evil and stuff like that. I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. I'd say they're probably dead. I think if... no, I think I don't know. Would you guys consider the half toy, half kid creatures in Poppy's Playtime to be dead kids? I always figured they were like basically dead Frankenstein kids. What are the holes for? We're filling them with lights, and then we're gonna cover it all with moss. How's it going, Wolfgar? I guess. I don't know, man. I really don't. They're just children with their bodies changed. To be fair, I mean, we kind of have to wipe them out. Like, I hate to say it, but like, there is no situation where these guys make it out of there. Like, what are they gonna do? Get integrated into society? Grow up? Get jobs? First off, they can't grow up. They're done. They're done growing. Mainly because their growth has been stunted by the fact that they've been shoved inside of a toy, you know? I don't know. There was no situation where they made it out of that, you know. Hard. It sucks to say, but still. I don't know, man. I really don't. I did enjoy the Poppy's Playtime game, and I did enjoy streaming it because we ended up streaming all 4 chapters. So that was fun. We ended up getting like a lot of viewership from that game too. Like we retained quite a bit of it. We had fun doing it too because there was a lot of really like glitchy moments, especially in the 4th chapter. But like for some reason, people were having like game-breaking glitches, and we just didn't experience that. We had one glitch where we like phased through the wall, and we should have died, but we didn't. But that was just about it. I guess, yeah. I'm still confused on like what the logic was for the adults. Like what kind of business model was that to make like because you got to think they were just creating toys, right? So like they invested all of this time and money into making kids into the toys. I feel like you're not like you're selling like a 20 maybe $40 toy and you're spending how much per kid? You know? All right, have a good one, Gesture. I appreciate it. How much do I like gold? I like it a lot. Okay, we're not doing this, man. I gotta do this. Hold on. I got holes to make, and then I got holes to fill. But right now we're making holes. Um, and then I also have moss to blade down. So we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Do I need moss? No, I don't. I don't know. It just seems like a really bad business model. Because it's not like they were just taking kids off the street, right? I mean, they were taking in orphans, for sure. But they weren't just taking random kids off the street, turning them into toys. Nah, they set up a facility specifically for, I guess, orphaned kids, where they taught them, they housed them, they fed them, they sheltered them, they, I guess, pretended to love them for a little bit. You know, they gave like an illusion because like these kids were surviving down there for a while. They built these giant facilities. Like, if it was me and I was forced to, like, use kids and turn them into toys, right? Like, for whatever screwed up reason, you'd imagine you just make, like, cages because they're not going to be there long. But nah, like, they had teachers. They had, like, these robot teachers they made. Why? Why do all of this? If you're going to make a toy, you're going to sell in every friggin' Walmart for $50. Well, it's not about the fact that, like, they were just like, it just, how much you got to think, right? How much money did they use? You got to make a profitable product. It does not make sense to make all of this stuff and somehow turn a profit from it, you know? To persuade the government and the public, giving the factory tourism, making money to fund the experiments. For sure, but the experiments at the end of the day were for toys. There wasn't like a bigger goal, I don't think, right? Was there a bigger goal? Like, William Afton killed kids to retain his life. Because he was scared of death, right? He was terrified of it. And I think he also had, like, wanting to bring his kid back to life as well. There's a couple of different issues. But basically, this guy was terrified of death so much to where he'd, like, experiment on kids' souls and stuff to retain his own life. Okay. So we understand his motivation. He used this kids' pizzeria diner to, you know, basically funnel victims into his own experiments. But that's not exactly what Poppy's playtime was, right? Unless I missed something? So the doctor has the brilliant idea to make living toys. Okay, wait, was that the idea to begin with? Was to make living toys? Well, I'm very confused. So wait, did they start as like a child care thing, and then they're like, uh-oh, we're running out of money, better turn these children into toys? You know what, I should just look up a lore video and figure this stuff out myself, because, like, we're having discussions, I don't know. They started a toy factory, then made a play care. Okay, that's that kind of stuff that don't make any sense. Like, the math ain't math in there, man. No, I get that, but it just does not math out there, because you're spending more money taking care of these children, even if only, let's say you were to take care of them for a month, you're still never gonna make that money back. Let's say even if you were to take care of them for a week, you're not making that money back. Between the facilities you have to use to house these guys, the food it takes, one meal, one singular meal off, like, completely negates any profit you would have made from these toys, unless these toys are like $1,000 a piece. But I'm pretty sure no parent is gonna spend $1,000 on a little plush toy when they could spend like $500 on a damn Xbox at that point. It makes sense because it's a video game, right? But there's only so far I could send my suspension of disbelief, you know? Like, it's not gonna ruin my enjoyment of the game. But, like, we're just talking about the lore of the game right now. Chalking it up to a video game doesn't work in this situation, because we're trying to, like, figure out the lore here. I think there's a good reason these scientists were all killed, because they were all morons. Like, no wonder they got outsmarted by kids. Evil kids, you know, at this point, but still kids. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I don't know. Maybe my adult brain is overthinking it. The smiling critters were specifically designed to be collectibles, so costing like 40 online would be 360 for a whole set. Yeah, and taking care of a singular version of, or a singular one of those kids is too much. It is like already spending too much money. How's it going, Alay? Welcome. It was what, the 1980s? I guess that is true. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much in modern day standards. You may be right, actually. Because, like, I'm over here thinking, like, oh, $50. Congrats. You spent, like, what, 2 pizzas? You know? Didn't they use kids to make the big toys to be employees? I don't know, maybe? I don't know what the purpose of that was. I really don't. You actually may be correct on that. I may be overthinking this. But even still, like, those... I guess if they had planned for more of a long-term solution, they may have been, you know, thinking they were going to turn a profit. Because, like, I guess if you spent $1,000 on a singular room, right? But that room, over the years, hosts, like, hundreds of thousands of orphaned kids, like, I guess that makes more sense. You know, for every kid that room houses, the cost of that room itself goes down. It's like, if this... For example, let's say you're going on a cruise. And to go on this cruise, it takes $10,000 to rent. But then you invite your friends to split the cost with you. The more people you invite, the less that cost, you know, or the less it actually costs each person. But then again, it's like, realistically, how many orphans are there in the world to where that would ever be considered a profitable venture? The government funded them. That is true, too. If they're getting government grant... Well, no, okay. Typically, the government doesn't just write you a check for stuff like this. I'd imagine, like, they still had to front the costs, and then they got tax benefits. Assuming they didn't get direct funding. Maybe in lore they did get direct funding. You may be right on that. I don't know. Maybe they got both, where they got direct funding and still got tax benefits. Maybe you're right. Maybe this was profitable. Hold on a second. I'm thinking of a new business model right now. I'm taking notes. Taking notes. I don't know. I really don't. If anything, it would have made more sense to have, like, these kids used as free child labor to make the toys. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, if it was me in this situation, I'm the owner of this company, I have decided to house kids in order to make my toy company profitable. It would just make sense to have child labor instead of whatever the hell they were doing. Right? Like, put those tiny hands to use. I don't have to kill kids while I'm doing it. And when the kids get older, you know, they can become employees of the factories. I'm just saying, like, if I'm going to be doing something horrible, I might as well do it in a more ethical way. In a smarter way. Alright, thank you, Noct. They weren't being killed unless they died from accidents. How many kids do you think died because of their experiments? Bro, they were going through kids like eggs making an omelet, alright? Exactly, exactly. You think they were somehow able to turn a kid to a toy first try? Come on. No way. There was at least one kid where they were like, ooh, I don't think he's moving anymore, Doc. It's like, nah, he's fine. Look at him. He's over here in the corner just, oh, you know, just rotting away. They use an adult with a prototype? No, no way. That'd be crazy. To be fair, it wouldn't make sense for every other thing to be a kid, but for some reason the prototype would be would also be a kid, just ends up being like the worst of them all. I don't know. You got like a Lord of the Flies situation. Oh, wow. I did not think when I started this stream, I did not think we were gonna get into Poppy's friggin' playtime lore. But here we are. The ethical use of child labor and stuff, you know? I mean, I'd imagine that would make sense. That would make sense to use like disgruntled employees. Like, ah, shoot, you really shouldn't have walked back here, buddy. Now you're gonna be an experiment. I don't know. That's crazy, Noct. That is crazy. It's a good thing you like gold instead of molten, right? I'm not gonna lie, doing that kind of makes me want to throw up. What the hell? Staring at the screen like that. You know what? I actually never played Bendy and the Ink Machine. We talked about playing it, though. Wasn't Bendy and the Ink Machine like a cult of animators or something? Like they were worshipping Bendy or something like that? I don't know. I don't actually know the lore on it. It was really popular when I was a kid. But I don't know. I could never really get into it. I think it was like one too many Cuphead Bendy fan art, we'll say. I hate when the internet just like ruins something you could get into because of cringe. It's like we're not even talking about like degenerates or anything. I'm just talking about like the cringe DeviantArt stuff, you know? Hey, no problem, man. I enjoy talking, I enjoy talking. I enjoy having conversations like this. It's genuinely engaging and it distracts me from the monotonous, like, the tedious stuff we gotta do, you know? It's always fun to have conversations, and honestly, I'm pretty sure, like, most of chat would agree, having conversations like this is pretty, like, nice to have. I think Bendy was a demon because it didn't have a soul. Do demons not have souls? I thought demons were like corrupted souls or something. I guess maybe in the Bendy lore, sure. Oh, I didn't tell your friend. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm, you know. I definitely see why, you know. A lot of, content farms use characters like that for no good reason. They just use it to get kids to click on them, and it's not, yeah, I don't know. Alright, so we finished up 2 quadrants today. It looks like we only need a quarter of my realm, like, holded. And then we can go ahead and start going back and, you know, putting in lights. I think for now we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'll probably tomorrow morning go ahead and start putting lights in, and then tomorrow evening I can go ahead and start making more holes. But we'll have to see. Good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Make sure to leave a like, and you know, I hope to see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye bye.